Today's makeup tutorial is the latte-inspired makeup look that's been trending. The main focus of this look is using the right shade and tone, the glowing skin, and a subtle shimmer. Hello, my name is Chloe and welcome to my channel. I'm a makeup artist that graduated from Blanche Macdonald, which is a famous school in Vancouver, and I attended there for a year. And in today's video, we're going to be embracing about all the cozy vibes in the latte-inspired makeup look, and I do hope you enjoy the video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and let's head on. So this is the Ben Nye concealer that I'm using, and I actually depotted this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix my medium shade with the lighter shade, and then I'm just going to conceal the spots where I have redness and also some acne scars. And then make sure to also conceal under your eyes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mix the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter along with the foundation that I usually use, which is the Double Lasting A2 foundation. Now you're going to take your foundation brush and the foundation and just apply it . And then just blend it out smoothly with the sponge. I've been using the A2 foundation for almost 2 years already, and so far only that foundation works best on my skin. This is how it should look once it's all blended out. This is the MAC shadow palette that I'm going to be using for my brows. Personally, I like to do my brows after I finish the base, just so I can help structure out where I want to place the eyeshadow next as well. What I'll do is I'll fill in my brows without making the brows too heavily shaped. And I do like my brows to be a bit more upturned rather than it to be straight. So now we're gonna get started on the eyeshadow using neutral shades reminiscent of the brown rich texture and also the hues found in lattes such as caramel, mocha. Next, I'm gonna be using the Natasha Denona Glam palette. With the eyeshadow brush, I'm just gonna go into the shade right here. Begin placing all over my eyelid and blending it out. And I'll also add a bit to my bottom eye. And you're just going to connect it with your upper shadow. And then with the nail structure brush, I'm going to take the MAC palette and then dip it into a shade a bit darker than the eyeshadow, and make sure to trace right along the line. And if you don't see a line, what you can do is you can smile, and it should come out as a crease like this. And this will help to define the eyeshadow as well. As you can see, it's more defined now. And this is what it should look like. And now, using the Roman palette, I'm going to use the brown shades with the glitter. And then you're just going to apply all over the lid. And you just want to apply a bit on the inner corner as well. And then you should also apply to your bottom lid. And make sure to connect it with the upper eyeshadow as well. And then with the brown liner, you just want to make a very subtle eyeliner shape. I'm going to be using a brown pencil. And then you just want to trace along your eye shape. First, I'm going to extend outwards. And then you want to do so for the other side. And then I'm just going to use the brown pencil to trace the outside of my eye. And just do so very lightly. And this will help create a shadow effect, and it also helps with my eye shape as well. And then with the pointed brush, you just want to smudge the line. Just like that. And now you can see that it has more dimension to it. Instead of letting it look like a dog eye, it'll look more like a cat eye. And then with this mascara, this is Japanese mascara from Here on Make, and I've been using this for almost 3 years. And it really helps because it's very natural. It also helps to define the eyelash. And this works best for Asian eyes as well. Next, I'm going to use the Flower Nose palette, and I really like this palette because it's really aesthetic, and the way they designed it is really, really cute. And then this is how the inside looks. It comes with the mirror, and then also different shades of the contour and also glitter, plus this powder. And I'm going to start contouring my nose first. And how I hold this brush is I hold it more like this, so that way it's not very buff and it won't touch other places. And then I'm just going to take this lighter shade, and with the contour brush, you just want to ever so trace along the lines of your nose to make a higher nose bridge. And then using the darker shade of the contour, I'm going to trace along my jawline. And then up your cheeks. And then right below your cheekbones. And then I'll also contour on my forehead, the sides. And if your contour isn't dark enough, you can always go into lightly shaded. And the thing I like about Flower Nose palette is that I can keep on adding layers. rather as some palettes that I've used before for contouring is very strong. And now for the blush, I'm going to use this mini palette that I got from AliExpress. The blush tone that I'm going to use is so that it wouldn't be too pinky, because that would contrast with the brown. And then you just want to dab it along the cheekbones and then blend it out. And this is how it looks once it's blended out. As you can see, it's not very pinky, which is contrasting with the brown, and it's very natural. And then you're going to use a natural shade lipstick, and I'm going to be using the MAC in this shade. I'll link it down below, so make sure to check that out. For lipstick choices, you can use a more brown tone lip color, or you can also use a more coral lip color as well. And I wanted the lipstick to be a bit more glossy, so I'm going to be using the MAC lip glass. And this one's quite strong. If you're using the MAC lip glass, make sure to dab it with a tissue paper if you find that it's too glossy. But personally, I prefer a more glossy lip. And then I'm going to be using this super powder. And I got it from Tokyo Beauty, a Japanese store. And this one really helps, so instead of baking, because for my skin it's usually quite dry, so if I bake it, that will make it even more dry. So I prefer using this powder here. And I'll just dab it lightly on the face. And this is the makeup look. So that is the end of today's video. I hope you did enjoy it and find a couple tips and tricks along the way. And please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.